The right wing has become increasingly more anti Semitic. Back in the day, they did a better job at least hiding it because they would go on TV and talk about George Soros funded Democrat ventures as a way to get around saying the word Jew. Now you have Elon Musk, who snuggles up to Donald Trump while talking about, or at least giving nods to, the great replacement theory. You have Mark Robinson running for governor in North Carolina, who has admitted to being a black neo-Nazi, which is a story in itself. You had Tucker Carlson, who invited a guest who said that Churchill was the main villain in World War II. Complete nonsense for obvious reasons. You have Arizona Republican Paul Gosar, who promotes a far-right news website that has been flagged for large amounts of anti-Semitism. And you have people like, well, Donald Trump himself, who goes out to meetings with Nick Fuentes, who is, of course, an infamous neo-Nazi. So what do you say if you are Donald Trump, who is the leader of a party who has been accused of anti-Semitism? Of course, you pull out the old blame the Jews tactic. Let's go ahead and pull up the video here.
But I will put it to you very simply and gently. I really haven't been treated right, but you haven't been treated right because you're putting yourself in great danger, and the United States hasn't been treated right. So if I don't win this election, and I've been very good, they say Trump's been right about everything. I've been right about a lot of things. Even Ted will admit that. I've been right about a lot of things that a lot of people said, no, that won't happen, but a lot of bad things happened, and some good things I've been right about too. And I only want to be, so I'm not going to call this as a prediction, but in my opinion, the Jewish people would have a lot to do with a loss if I'm at 40%. If I'm at 4, think of it, that means 60% of voting for Kamala.
There is great irony in Donald Trump talking about how the Jewish people will be safe under his administration, because Donald Trump has already been president before. And there was a 2020 article right here. 2019 saw the most anti-Semitic incidents in the U.S. in 40 years, tally finds. Let's go ahead and read the article. American Jews were targets of more anti-Semitic incidents in 2019 than any other year in the past 4 decades. A surge marked by deadly attacks on a California synagogue, a Jewish grocery store in New Jersey, and a rabbi's home in a rabbi's New York home, the Anti-Defamation League reported Tuesday. The Jewish civil rights group counted 2,107 anti-Semitic incidents in 2019, finding 61 physical assault cases, 1,127 instances of harassment, and 919 acts of vandalism. That's the highest annual tally since the New York City-based group began tracking anti-Semitic incidents in 1979. It also marked a 12% increase over the 1,879 incidents it counted in 2018. So, anti-Semitism and anti-Semitism attacks increased under Donald Trump. Now, let's take a look at more voter-based statistics with Donald Trump and Republicans at large. So here is a Pew Research party affiliation statistic. This was taken in April 2024. So this year, 69% of Jews lean Democrat, 51% of women lean Democrat, 61% of Hispanic voters lean Democrat, 83% of voters of black voters lean Democrat, 63% of Asian voters lean Democrat. So what does this tell us? So a lot of these minority groups lean Democrat. Now, we got to wonder why. Now, with the Jewish population, I just discussed a lot of it. Now, with women, you have abortion. You have people like J.D. Vance coming out and calling them lonely cat ladies. With Hispanic voters, You have the nonstop attacks of immigration, many of these people's family members. You have Donald Trump, who came out and said that these people are spoiling the blood of the nation, the people coming in from the southern border. With black voters, look no further than what is going on with the Haitian quote unquote immigration crisis right now. You have people using slurs left and right on the internet. You had someone go on Megyn Kelly's own show, use a slur. The guy from the National Review, and with Asian voters, you had Donald Trump do the entire China virus during COVID-19. And people tend to remember this. So Republicans always getting a big old AR-15 and putting around right in their foot, and somehow being surprised that the groups that you always target with peer bigotry and racism, they're always surprised when these people turn around and not want to vote for them. It's absolutely shocking, but this is what Republicans continue to do. Donald Trump thinks he is deserving of the Jewish population vote. So Donald Trump goes to a meeting where the nature of the meeting is about fighting back against anti-Semitism, turns around and then blames the Jews if he doesn't win in the 2024 presidential election. It is clownish behavior. And if I told you it was Saturday Night Live, you probably would believe me.